I think what John and Jonathan have done so well with this iteration of Dungeons and Dragons is that, at least for me, being an '80s baby, it reminds me of all the great, wonderful qualities of '80s films. It has a bit of The Princess Bride. It has a bit of Goonies. It manages to wrap up all of these different tones and colors into one really joyful film, and it is about. It's a classic hero's journey, hero quest about a bunch of misfits that are trying to do better and be better. Edgin Darvis is a little bit different than the characters I've played before, in the sense that he is undeniably an optimist. He will make the best out of any situation. And I guess from the definitions from the Dungeons and Dragons game, the bard is the inspirer. He or she is the one that inspires hope and courage and people to do their best. Was such a pleasure to work with. He's so handsome and so tall, and he's just in on the joke. He's a very sharp dude. He was assuredly a very prepared actor and man when he comes to set. You could just see the tactician in him changing an ending or adding a word, or, pumping up the volume on a certain beat, taking it down. It was like an acting class. Everybody has a really, really different energy, which I think works very, very well for a story about a group of misfits. So it makes sense that, Sophia is very, very quiet and very introverted, and like I said, Justice is fun and easy and facile in the moment, and Regé is very serious. Michelle's very bright, and I can be all sorts of things, very mercurial. So I really was surprised about how beautifully John and Jonathan had composed this symphony of people. The thing about Edgin, which I love characters that are really not heroic. They're just very normal, and they can be very, very scared, just like everybody else. And I like that about Edgin, is that he's really, he's got a fair dose of being absolutely terrified by things. And he can be a big baby and selfish and rude, and but he's trying. I would say 3/4 of this film or more is action and running and jumping and crashing and bashing and being blown back. And so there is plenty of visual eye candy in this film, no doubt. And if that is your bag, I think you'll have a lot of fun.